It's only bad when Frogan does it.
What's up?
What up?
No!
I'm alive! Wait, the guy said that about me 50 times. I can say that.
It's so odd. It's so strange, bro, that a 40-year-old man with a child, 2 divorces under his belt, openly saying the N-word, and it's 65% upvoted. And I might be mistaken, but I did not hear Asmongold subreddit up in arms over it. I did not hear Asmongold.
I've never wanted to see somebody get hurt so badly in my life. I'll say this a million times, but maybe people don't understand, or maybe Hasan, I truly can't tell if he doesn't understand or if he's just so blinded by like the clout and the hate. Okay. I don't think I've ever in my life, even when I was the most edgy, you can go dig back. There are clips of me talking about slurs like 12, 13, 14 years ago. I don't think I have ever defended calling somebody a slur. I don't understand how that is so f***ing hard to understand. There's a huge difference between saying a slur, saying versus like calling somebody the N-word. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's such like, it's an obvious, like, does anybody have to even, like, that's so painfully obvious that to pretend it's like, wow, people were mad at Frogan because she called Ludwig a racial slur, but then here's Destiny just saying the word, like, wow, how hypocritical. No. That would be like saying, I can't believe people are mad at this guy. People are pretending to be mad at Rittenhouse because he shot and killed a person, but people weren't mad when this guy went to the range. Rittenhouse only fired, 5 shots. This guy went to the range and he unloaded 1,000 rounds across all these different targets. He was there for hours. Why isn't anybody mad at him for shooting a gun, but they were mad at Rittenhouse shooting a gun? Well, because he shot it at somebody. Retard. Jesus Christ. It's like such an obviously different thing. Like, why is nobody mad at this? Because I'm not calling anybody the N-word, you retard.
I did not hear Asmongold on this behavior, and I'm sure he would be against this kind of thing for the record. Okay? I didn't actually see XQC up in arms about
What?
Saying a slur versus calling someone a slur. These are the oh, good job, yeah. 4 years later, Hasan still can't understand the difference.
Birdie.
Oh, this clip, Jesus. They don't consider Cracker a slur at Destiny, and he smuggled in that she's white passing, so it's more okay. Why? Why does that make anything okay? Like, okay. Do we have a name for the insult stacking that Hasan does all the time? Instead of just addressing what was said, you just bring your divorces, plus your child, plus 5 other negative things, weird as fuck. I mean, it is what he, I mean, that's just insulting someone. I don't know what you want to say. This is a clinic as to how easily people can manipulate Reddit. Divorcelli/XQC Juicer comes into Discord, makes up a story about being a white guy who was beat up for being white in high school. I try to explain him the difference in systemic racism and him being bullied in high school. Everyone in Aspen, that's not why people were mad though. Like, he can't even summarize an event that happened hours earlier where his own logs are floating around publicly. This isn't why people are mad. If you just say like, hey, I understand your individual experiences, but like there's a difference between that. That wasn't what happened though. Okay, where are the logs? We can just read them on stream. They're unhinged. Tony, I think we need a better against white people because Cracker doesn't hit hard enough. Damn, so I guess me growing up in my poor neighborhood/family and experiencing people with me for being white for 10 plus years and getting jumped multiple times means nothing. Great. Hasan says anti-white racism is entirely victimhood seeking. It's like Zionists crying that people are mad at them for defending Israel's actions. It's perceived victimhood. No different than complaining that you were slighted at a gay bar for being a heterosexual. This is not... I just tried to explain to him the difference in systemic racism and him being bullied in high school. That summary is not even remotely reflective of reality. Like, holy shit, how f***ing dishonest you have to be. Have you ever been to an Asian country? If you don't think you can be racist towards white people, then you're mistaken. Oh, because in response to, you can't be racist to white people. Hasan said, brother said, I travel to experience anti-white racism and doesn't recognize the privilege in that sentiment. First of all, privilege for traveling really depends on where you're from. I don't know if Hasan doesn't recognize, to say that traveling is privileged is a very American take. Because like if you're European, traveling to other countries, or if you're Asian, depending on where you live, traveling to other countries is not as anywhere near big a deal as it is in the United States. In the United States, traveling to another country might be $1,000 worth of hotel and flight or more. In Europe, it might be like a $15 plane or train ticket. Like it just depends on where you're at. This is such a stupidly American statement to say. Yeah. I lived in this majority black city and they were racist to me for being white. Yeah, sure, bro. I also love this take that like black people or people of color are impossible, can never be racist. It's like, oh yeah, you went to a place with all brown people and you're telling me there was still racism? Bullshit. Next, you're going to tell me they didn't eliminate poverty either. Come on, bro. We all know that people of color are perfect, and it's only white people that are the source of all ill in the world. Isn't that what Yakub said when he created them? Like, this is such an unhinged take. Am I just being a stupid victim when I say that I don't like getting jumped for being a white 14-year-old at my high school? I got shit for the color of my skin almost every day. Dude got bullied in high school and thinks reverse racism is real. Can't make this up. My man thinks racial discrimination is simply mean words that hurts my feelings. That's not even what he said. He said getting jumped. But also, I'm sorry, do we not believe in microaggressions or like racial anymore? Is that not a thing, or they don't matter anymore? And not an entire system designed to keep a whole ass group subjugated, and the mean words are secondary to this perceived grievance. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of racism and the way we conceptualize it. And it's funny because he doesn't even understand what we talk about, like systemic racism, or when we talk about like structural racism. It doesn't have to be designed to keep a whole ass group subjugated. It can happen as a byproduct of the design as well, right? This is one of the things that makes systemic racism so hard, or systemic sexism so hard to like tease out, is that it's not always a system that's designed just to oppress a person or oppress a certain group. Like, it could do that as a byproduct of other things that aren't being taken into account, right? You can have like a racist system without a single racist actor involved. That's what makes it so like insidious and difficult to, I guess, like tear apart. Yeah. Am I just being a stupid victim? This would make a dope rap album, fam. My biggest fear as a white person is being discriminated against. People said mean words to me or robbed me. I was much richer compared to the tourist area I was in. Or compared to the tourist area I was in. No one talks about this. Literally, white genocide 1984, Orwell was right. This kind of person should be, I don't know, they shouldn't be permanent. But like, you understand, just to be clear, what this guy is saying is that like, if you're a wealthy person and you go into an area with less wealthy people, they have a right to rob you, by the way. Like, that's essentially what this person is saying, right? Where is Hasan? Does anybody have the clip for Hasan talking about how, like, at least, like, if girls are getting at wealthier colleges, at least it's a little bit better? Didn't we have that clip?
They were.
At least Patrick Henry College is like doing one good thing, which is that like if you have these millionaire, billionaire, WASP fail sons, at least taking them out of other colleges so they can only do date to other billionaire, millionaire failed daughters is like, in some respects, you know, from a utilitarian perspective, of course, a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like taking these guys and putting them in a pen with one another is ultimately getting them away from the broader society.
That's such a wild take. So I guess it's like, yeah, it makes sense. Wealthy people should get wealthy girls should get, and I guess wealthy people should get robbed if they're in less wealthy cities, I guess. But yeah. You definitely did something to deserve getting jumped. No one just gets randomly jumped. As you get banned for being 14, rethink your interactions. Yeah, nobody would ever get randomly robbed in a place before. No shot. You must have done something. You must have provoked something to do that, right? You must have said something to yeah, like, Jesus. Hasan's Discord is wild. It's like unhinged as To be fair, everything is privileged to Hasan, son of a multi-billion-dollar financial conglomerate vice president, University of Miami attendee, Rutgers transfer and cum laude graduate, to web series host on Uncle Jenk's multi-channel news network, to the first multimillionaire Twitch streamer of Marxist Porsche socialism. Haha, Drew.